An important news of today is about Manuel Ugarte, fantastic Uruguayan midfielder of Sporting, top defensive midfielder. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today guys, we touch on important situation regarding some players, Manuel Ugarte, but also Mason Mount, Moises Caicedo and Arne Slot. Big shock for Spurs. Let's jump into it together. And guys, let me start with a big shock for Tottenham, because again, the front runner for the Tottenham job in that case was Arne Slot. After internal conversations had by Tottenham in the last few weeks, he's not going to become the new Tottenham manager. Arne Slot, in a meeting he had through his representatives with Feyenoord on Wednesday, he decided to stay at the club, and from what I'm told, very soon he will sign a contract extension. So, new deal, longer deal, and Arne Slot stays at Feyenoord, will play Champions League football at Feyenoord, and is not joining Tottenham Football Club. The decision has been made. This is not going to change. It's something they discussed on Wednesday, and then Arne Slot announced it in the last few hours. Why? Because he's prepared to continue with this project at Feyenoord. Also, the director situation is not helping at Tottenham. This is still not clear. Who is going to be the director of football? What kind of vision there will be? This is an issue. This is a problem. This is something that Daniel Levy has to clarify as soon as possible to make things easier also in this process to find the new coach. And so, what does it mean for Tottenham? Also, the compensation was obviously a topic. Tottenham were prepared to pay a compensation, but they were never going to pay something like 18 or 20 millions to Feyenoord for their manager. So, this is why they remain now in the process to find a manager. I was mentioned to you as options remaining in the list. It was not only Arne Slot. Arne Slot was the front runner, but options like Luis Enrique, options like Ange Postecoglou remaining in the list. Ruben Amorim is also appreciated, but sources believe that he's gonna stay at Sporting, so not an easy one again for Tottenham. But of course, now they have to accelerate after what happened with this big shock of Arne Slot, who is not going to become the new Tottenham manager. So let's see what's going to happen. It's up to Daniel Levy now to help the club in a complicated moment. And then guys, I wanted to touch on the midfielders situation, because this market for midfielders will be really interesting. We know about Alexis McAllister, who is close to Liverpool, but is not done and completed yet, but is getting closer. We also know that there are many midfielders who are interesting to many clubs, like Declan Rice. Arsenal are on it, West Ham hoping for a bidding war. And when we mention bidding war, an important news of today is about Manuel Ugarte, fantastic Uruguayan midfielder of Sporting, top defensive midfielder. What's going on, guys? Let's clarify a bit this situation, because we had conflicting reports in the last few hours. From what I heard, Paris Saint-Germain have not triggered the clause at this stage. The clause is 60 million euros, but what Paris Saint-Germain are doing is what they already did with other players last summer. They want to negotiate around the value of the clause. It means with different payment terms, with different structure of the deal. So they're not going there and putting 60 million euros on the player. They want to negotiate around the clause and also on the player side. But Paris Saint-Germain are in. Paris Saint-Germain have already sent an official bid for Ugarte. So they are in, but they want to negotiate on that. Also important to say that the connection is made by the agent Jorge Mendes. Mendes is taking care of the story. And also important mention to say that is not over for English clubs, because Premier League clubs are in the race for Ugarte. And let me mention, especially from what I heard, more than any other club, no contacts with Liverpool in the last few weeks, so at the moment this is still quiet. Chelsea appreciate Ugarte. This is still not something clear, because Chelsea are not going to close this deal now. Chelsea have an interest. Chelsea appreciate the player. Chelsea know about the release clause, 60 millions, and they are discussing internally about that. If they wanted to trigger the clause, if they prefer to negotiate around this deal. But Ugarte is one of the names they have in the list. Is Ugarte, is Moises Caicedo. He's always been in the list, I'm telling you, since January. Caicedo is in the Chelsea list, and he remains in the Chelsea list. But Brighton hope for a bidding war for Caicedo. So they hope that other clubs like Arsenal, they already wanted him in January, but also Manchester United can jump into the race and then, in that case, make a bid. So the Caicedo situation remains open. Chelsea are following many players in that position, but for them, mentioning bidding wars is also crucial, and this is what they want, to start a bidding war for Mason Mount. Because The situation for Mason Mount is, as I told you yesterday, they want more than 80 million for Mason Mount, but he's out of contract next summer, and this is not an easy situation to handle because the expectation around the player is for the price tag to be different, less than 80 millions, but Chelsea are still there. They want important money to let Mason Mount go. And so, for sure Manchester United are there, for sure Liverpool and Arsenal are also interested, and what Chelsea hope is a bidding war. So this is gonna be something to follow for sure. Man United will be there, Liverpool and Arsenal have an interest, but also Chelsea are into the story of Manuel Ugarte and they are following the situation of Caicedo. So a really complicated domino midfielders with PSG into it for Ugarte, for sure. And so guys, let me know your thoughts about these stories, your thoughts about Ugarte, your thoughts about Arne Slot, the new Tottenham manager, but also Mason Mount, crazy situation. I wait for your comments, guys. Here as always, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.